Okay, so I got some fun things. Amazon is the best thing ever, obviously, right? Um, yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I have not been driving. Um, Sorry, there's like a weird glare and I'm trying to get rid of it. But yeah, I have not been driving. Um, Long story, whatever. um, Amazon has been so beautiful. Um, and now they do returns, like picking up from your doorstep. So like that's been super cool. But it has been like my, basically my like, um, extension into the outer life of the world. But okay, so I have also just been like trying things out. And I wanted, back in the day, I was doing like review videos and stuff like that, right? And I haven't been doing that as much, obviously, because honestly, I went through some really traumatic stuff this summer, and I just wasn't feeling like sharing myself with the world. But well, this summer and just the last couple of years, but I'm doing better, at least these last couple of days or whatever, weeks, maybe, I don't know. I'm at a point where I'm at least recording videos again. As you can see, I posted some things on Facebook about my garage and stuff like that. Sorry, there's this, like, annoying glare. Maybe I'll just take those off. These are my new safety glasses, by the way. I was like, why not have like cute, fun safety glasses, right? But so, I don't know if any of you guys remember the post that I had about how I accidentally put Nair in my hair instead of dry shampoo. Yeah, so that was terrible. So I've had extensions in because my hair is that short. And some of these ones, oh my gosh, you guys. Like, some of them are like this. Like, yeah, that big. So I can show you right here. So I did nano hair extensions, right? Normally you can't see them. So that's like over there, right? But they're individual. So I did these myself, by the way. So like, a professional wouldn't put them like this high, but I didn't really care, so whatever. But they're super, super easy to do. Like, honestly, if anyone, because I have all the installation stuff, if anyone wants like hair extensions, please let me do them for you because they're so much fun and they're like so satisfying. But so you match the color. And then these just hold on to a little bit of your own hair. So each of these are individual, right? So like if you can kind of see them in there, right? Or like here, I had to do more on this side because I wear my hair like that way, right? But so they're individual strands. These have grown out a little bit. So that your hair, you can wear it up, you can wear it down, you can part it, things like that. Because this was just for me. And I don't really care if people see the beads in my hair, honestly. Because it was literally just for me. Because I, like, had to replace, like, literally, like, a body part that I lost. And that had been growing for the last couple of years. So just to feel like me. Yeah, I just did this for me. But they're actually super, super easy to take care of, too. You wash them regular, use a wet brush, blow dryer. Honestly, most of the times I don't blow dry them because they have this like really nice wave to them. So that's actually more textured than my natural hair. So that's been fun too. But it lets you add like highlights and stuff without actually highlighting your hair. Highlights or lowlights, honestly, you can have color too, but like, so these ones I did, in a lighter color than my natural hair. So that they could be like, highlighty, I guess you would say. And then there's ones, so let's see, where are some other ones? It's like, hang on, I gotta find. So right here, if you can see this one, because I was just playing around with them, right? So like this one is like an ombre effect, which means that it goes from darker to lighter. So the ends are the same color as all the light stuff, but the up here is the same color as my hair. And I was just seeing like what would look best, like how to fade it, blah, 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 right? Well, so I've had these in for a couple of weeks, and it's been awesome to just, yeah, restore my hair, right? And it makes me feel like you can flip it, you can do whatever, right? Super awesome. But now I want to try weft. Because the reason is because once they grow out a little bit, this part right here is technically like a protein binding thing. And so if you put like a straightener on that, it will melt, like start melting, and it'll be protein bound to your hair, which isn't bad for your hair, but then they're just like harder to remove, where the nano beads are like super, super easy to remove. And I just kind of want to play around with doing some different things and see which ones I like better, right? So I got weft extensions that are going to be super, super long. I'm so excited. And this, I can show you, I'll update a video when I do this to my hair, but this, instead of individual strands, will be like a halo. So it'll start here all the way around, and then another strip all the way a little bit lower, and it'll just be 2 strands. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do the sew-in kind, or there's this other way that I've been looking at doing that doesn't require any sewing at all. Yeah, there's a couple of different ways. So I'm just going to experiment because it's super fun. And yeah, but if anyone else wants to be like a test out model for me, all you have to do is buy the hair, which, like this will do a whole head. This is really super long. So it's like way expensive. I think this was like maybe 100. But you know, for hair extensions, right? Like hair extensions would be like $1,000. Like, right? Install is, anyways, right? But the ones that I have here were like 30, because like the shorter ones, because I wanted to have like different layers, so I went with some shorter ones, right? And then I just added, so if you put shorter, the same length ones here versus here, they'll still be shorter, so they'll still have layers. So I was just able to get away with like shorter ones. Anyways, and I didn't want it to be like super drastic right away, and I didn't want to have to like manage like a bunch of hair. I just wasn't sure, you know. But now that I know that I freaking love my long hair, like seriously, it's like the best thing ever. It makes self-care fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. It makes self-care fun. It makes me like confident, look in the mirror and be like, oh, right? I don't need to like worry about like putting makeup on at all, because it's like my hair is just so beautiful, and it just feels good. Like when I take a shower, it's like wet and like cold, and it's like, oh, it just feels so good. Anyways, so many reasons, but and then you can reuse these. Like when I take these out, I'll still be able to reuse them, like later if I want, because I've only had these in for like 2 weeks. And you can do multiple things too, where you can like use this at this level and then keep some like, so like around the face, to frame around the face there. Oh, my knees. You can use the individual like nano ones. So I did get, because like for around the face, I want it to be lighter and brighter and stuff. So I did get just like different colors. So I'll show you here. This one, I'm actually kind of disappointed in how yellow it is, because it was supposed to be more of like a white blonde. But You can technically like dye this. I don't want to because then it damages it. But I'm gonna see. This part though does match my hair very well. So it's like, okay, I couldn't find ones and then the weft, because the weft is an individual like strands, you will see the band more so, right? So you do want the weft to like up here match your scalp better. Otherwise you will see like a band around at the back of your head. So I couldn't find these with a darker part up there and white. This looked like it was supposed to be like whiter blonde down here, but obviously it's not. So I might try it and see. I could ask the company to resend me some back, because the bottom part right here was supposed to be more this color, but then I got these to frame it around my face and like fill gaps, because like those bands, you just want to start them like here, you know, at the most, because you need enough hair to cover them, but then you don't have enough like around your face and stuff. So I got the nanos to like fill in that area. I like totally went on a spiel on my hair extensions. I really was just going to show you some other things, but I'm stepping into like, you know, I don't know, I'm stepping into sharing myself with people again and sharing myself with myself again. So this is awesome. I'm just going to shut this door. So I'm just gonna go with it, right? And as I do this, so that's my hair extensions. Next, let's see, I got socks, right? So I'm also kind of redoing my wardrobe. Most of my life, I've had hand-me-downs or like pass-along clothes, right? Like I haven't bought like the majority of my clothes up until, like, you know, my very adulthood. Like recently, I've like taken other people's clothes because I just didn't have money and I had other priorities. And now I have my house and I'm done with the majority of the house projects, because first when I was doing all the house projects, basically all my clothes became like pink clothes, like no joke. And then obviously I like, well, maybe not obviously, but you know, I've been like more active and fit and stuff, and just working on the house has changed my body. So now that it's at a different place, I wanted to just go through all my clothes and get ones that feel comfortable stepping into the new me, this and that. And then I gave myself like a budget on how much I can spend to like basically redo my whole wardrobe, right? So I'm starting with like socks. I know it sounds super simple, but this is my life. So yeah, I like made a Pinterest board of like, this is what I know I feel comfortable in, and my this is pretty drastic, but like basically in whatever I wear, no matter what I wear that day. So like if it's a skirt, I need to wear shorts underneath, but like I want to be able to do a cartwheel, and I want to be able to go swimming in it if needed. Yeah, so those are pretty extreme things, but like this, right? I could go swimming in it and it would be comfortable. It wouldn't be like saggy, weighing me down like this and that, like, because I have just been so active, and I want to like be able to run and stuff. So like shoes, right? So like I used to wear so many high heels, and like now it's like, why waste my time, right? Because I'm just giving myself like a limited budget, right? So like the majority of my clothes, like the main one that I'm giving myself a budget for, I want them to be like active, you know, not see-through. Like I don't want to be self-conscious in them at all. And what it takes for me to not be self-conscious is like everything just held in, so it's not gonna fall out. Nothing's gonna fall out, right? Like pants aren't gonna drag, like just whatever, right? Basically, clothes so that I can live life and not think about me. Because if my clothes are making me think about me, that's just like super annoying. Like, why? I want to be like experiencing life. I don't want to be thinking about like, oh, my pants, or just like, if I'm self-conscious, like if I was wearing this, like, so if I went to like work, right, or church maybe, like I'd probably be like, not that like I'm embarrassed, but like, is it drawing other people's attention away from like what they want to be focusing on, right? And isn't it, yeah, anyways. So like, or like, are people judging me, right? Like, let's just take that sin off their plate and, you know, whatever. But, so, anyways, another long story. So I got some new socks and I've been investing in athletic gear. This one's super cute. I don't know if you can see it, but it has little like holes in the back. It has these things, which are super awesome because when I'm working, like I love my new life, you guys, of like working on the house and doing yard projects. Oh my gosh, you guys have to see what my plans are for the yard. I'm so excited for summer. It's gonna be beautiful. But like, this is my life now. Like, I have a house. This is my life. Like, I have a little compound right here, right? And even just traveling and stuff like that. Like, as I step more into me and as I have more freedom as being an adult and being able to make my own decisions and choices, and I'm not controlled or used or manipulated by other people, and the more I make decisions to choose me instead of those other people, and just feel safe to, right? Like I'm trying to not live in survival mode, right? But as I do that, yeah, I'm learning like more what I want out of life, you know? And so it's not like having this whole wardrobe like dedicated for church or Sundays or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I used to force myself to be comfortable in church attire, you know, and I like made the best of it because that's what I do, right? Because I'm a trauma survivor and have complex PTSD, so like I just make stuff work and don't even realize that I actually hate it. But like, yeah. And I'm not hating on anybody's like choice of clothing for anything, whatever. But it's like I forced, and then, or professional clothes, right? Like, and it's like now that I can choose the job that I want and have and all that stuff, like, why would I want to work somewhere that just can't accept me, like, as me, right? Like, why would I want to put on this fake facade every day and go do this and be something that I'm not, right? Like, some people, that's them, like, corporate life, like, all that stuff. Like, I used to be, you know, in sales and more the business professional stuff and all that stuff, but it's like, that's not me, not right now. So I don't need to like hold on to all those business professional clothes when like that's not what I'm doing with my life, right? And I'm probably not ever gonna do that with my life, because if I was gonna be like business, whatever, professional, I would probably just like create my own company and I would still get to wear whatever I wanted. And honestly, it probably would still be athletic clothes. But I don't know where I'm going with all that. Yeah, today is about ranting and stepping just fully into being me as unfiltered as I can, because I've been shutting myself down and not even letting myself meet or see myself. So today is just about, it's not about trying to be the old me. Because for a while in my healing recovery, it was like, oh, I used to make videos, I used to do this, I used to do that. And it was me trying to like be, like step back into, like, I'm gonna try to, yeah, it was like me trying to like be that again, right? And I couldn't compare, I couldn't compete. I'm like, it's just, right? I'm gonna try this. Darn it, I need a paper stand. It's not gonna work. But, so I'm actually gonna pause and make sure that my headphones are working so that you can even hear this video, because if I was recording this entire time, I'm gonna have to find like a mouth subtitle thing so that I can even see what I said or people can see. So I'm gonna pause, make sure I can hear myself. Plus this is probably just a good place to like cut the video anyways, and then I'm gonna come back to the rest of the things that I got.